So greetings from Pennsylvania once again, and I'm not by myself today. Look who's there. There he is. We got John back at hometown historian. Haven't filmed with him for a while, but there are reasons. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But we're taking a little road trip down memory lane today. Well, not really a road trip. We're just here hanging out at where John. This is where John grew up.
Yep.
I spent quite a bit of time here too, because we were friends since high school. Well, I don't know if it was high school for you, but
it's almost 30 years.
Yeah, I was
15. I was in 9th grade. You were in 12th, I think, or you might have been in 11th.
Yeah, I think it was in 11th when I first.
I think I was like.
For some reason, I started hanging out with him in 11th grade.
I feel sorry for me.
The most fateful decision of my life. Anyway,
bad decision.
That was not a bad decision. But this is where John grew up. It looks quite a bit different on this side than it used to. Actually, the person who owns it now, we both know. Yeah. Actually, from our high school days. Mm-hmm. Oh, we should talk.
To school with their kids.
Yeah, should we tell who? How do I know the owner?
You know, because of Amanda Wiley.
Yeah, I had a crush on his daughter, a big crush on his daughter in high school. And that's kind of interesting how life now. Her dad now owns this place, so it's kind of interesting how when John moved away from here.
The nice thing is Irv wound out repairing it,
right? Because they need a lot of repairs.
This side, especially, why it looks so different, is the foundation had actually crumbled.
Right. Yeah.
This was actually originally built as there was a country doctor.
Yeah.
But still don't find the name
because the names are on the fireplace.
Yeah.
Right?
The initials of him and his wife are on either. Is a polished stone fireplace is really, really big, and on either side, the cornerstones below the mantle are the initials of him and his wife.
Wasn't it a gift for him? Because
this was a gift for him.
Yeah, I
this
remember
was
you talking
actually
about that.
The land was gifted because they wanted to give him an office and a home in the area.
Because they were grateful for
what all the services he provided. He was a horse and buggy doctor.
Yeah.
And a cool thing, in the main living area are 2 chandeliers, which are the wagon wheels off his wagon.
Yeah.
The front area that used to be my sister and I's bedroom was his actual doctor's office.
Oh, we'll go back and look at that area.
We'll go back and look at it, and then the rest of it was his home. But the people in the village of Greenpoint actually built this.
Right.
So nothing's straight.
and you'll see how it's a log house. You'll see that when you walk around the other side. So we're just gonna walk around. I have so many memories of this place. Like on the way up here, I was talking to John Brazy. Like the road that comes up, this is up in Greenpoint. We're still in Lebanon County, are we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have so many memories of this place. I came up here. I was up here every week in high school, I think, hanging out. John's mom
Getting meat pie.
Yeah, I was gonna say his mom, who passed away just recently. I mentioned that in a video. But she'd make meat pie for us, venison with real venison and stuff, and we played video games, watched Star Wars. Who knows how many times? Actually, I hate to admit it, but the first time I ever watched Star Wars was the original Star Wars. The best one was here at John's house growing up.
Yeah.
You know, watching
that was something I never even knew about. It was funny that one of our neighbors actually just passed away. His wife ran a video store. Oh, yeah. I had only ever seen Return of the Jedi, so I thought that was because I was so backwards and didn't know anything.
Please forgive him. Well, actually, I hadn't seen any of them, so I'm no better than he was.
So the wife is like, I went to go rent Return of the video. This is when it was on actual video, and she's like, you haven't ever seen Star Wars or Empire Strikes Back? She's like, you can rent them for free. Like I was a special boy.
Well, John was a special boy.
And then I was in love.
Yeah, so up here's the lane that comes up. Like I drove up here all the time.
Raspberries?
Yeah. Oh, those are wineberries.
They're wineberries.
Yeah. So this is new. This was not here. Actually, this looks the same as it did back then. But there used to be another little extension of this back behind here. I remember me and John. It was falling apart and rotting, and we tore that down at one point. If you picture this being extended out a little bit more, I remember that. There was all kinds of old stuff in there we found. But yeah, well, that roof, me and John did that roof up there. We re-shingled it at one point. Remember that? Yeah, this has changed a little bit. The old outdoor stove is still here. Yeah, I remember this place. So many memories hanging out here with John. I think there should be a picnic, ping pong table. Let me ask. I think he's filming something maybe. Where is he? I gotta find him. I think he's back there filming his own video. But yeah, I think there was a ping pong table on there. We used to hang out there a lot. Yeah, there's a pool down here. This is new. Let me show you the house here. Here you can see the log part of the house. That's beautiful. Of course, we were just up in the front looking this way. Like this is all redone on the side here. Even this right here is new. There used to be an old stone path right here that went up, and a little vestibule that came out. Here's the kitchen area. That's where his mom made meat pie all the time. Just a small little kitchen area. And the main living area in there. Yeah, this is new. That wasn't back. That wasn't here back in the day. And then back here is that area that John was talking about where the doctor's office was. This is John's bedroom right here. Right here. It's pretty thin spot. I think when I remember playing video games in there. I think that was his sister's bedroom over there. Yeah, that was the hometown historian's childhood bedroom right there. It's always kind of cool. There's steps coming out here. Yeah, beautiful yard back here. Speaking of John, there he is. I think he's filming his own video there. Yeah. Yeah, they used to have a garden down here. I think that's what he's talking about, but yeah. Of course, he has far more memories than I do of this place. There's a creek that runs down here too. And there used to be a little pond down here, which I don't think is here anymore. Oh boy, yeah, they're not really mowing this anymore. I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, the pond is gone. Well, gone, it's just filled in. And there were the neighbors down there. The Rupps used to live down there, Brad and Daniel. I remember playing with them. They were younger than we were. But they always came up. We would play a lot of games with the younger kids. They'd come here, we'd play all kinds of fun games with them. So the Rupps lived down there. Their house isn't even there anymore. And then up that way in the woods was the Wolf boys. It was someone's motorcycle or ATV. It was Sammy and John Wolf lived up there. Of course, I mentioned recently that John's mom passed away, and one of the reasons for being here, because at his mom's funeral, a lot of the people that, sorry, biting fly, a lot of people that knew her, even from younger years, were there, and one of those was Sammy Wolf was here. They were just talking about memories of this place. So, yeah, so it kind of that nostalgia comes back, I guess, if you want to call it that, of this place. Talking with, because when we were here, Sammy was just a young boy, just remember things and telling stories about this place. Didn't there used to be a ping pong table in there or something like that?
Yeah, and then we had foosball tables for the youth group and stuff like that at one point.
So there was a ping pong.
We actually used the old table my dad used to butcher deer on.
Okay.
Because we'd hang them up in this tree. There used to be a limb here somewhere.
Right.
And then, now there's another dead tree there too. Everything's dying in here. But we used to hang them here, butcher them, and then finish the butchering on a big wooden white table, and then we used it as a ping pong thing. And my mom used to beat the crap out of all of us.
Yeah, I'm just trying to at ping pong, not literally.
Ping pong. Well, she'd also do that every now and then as well.
Yeah, there's things coming back.
Well, the bush there that broke, that was the old lilac bush that my mom is purple
Which
lilac
one?
Bush.
Back to the corner there?
Yeah, right there in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
And I sort of noticed that. Maybe Dad used to have the beehives.
Yeah, I remember the beehives. And there was a garden down there, wasn't it?
Blueberry?
Were there blueberries down there?
What?
Was it blueberries that were down there?
I had blueberries and cherries.
Oh, I remember
on the side of
right down here.
Yeah, and then I opened up the rest to be a garden as well. And then, of course, the pond used to be there.
Right, I told him about that, We would fish in the creek and put fish
like
in
bass and sunny.
Yeah, put them in the pond.
And then I'd go out there and throw pieces of bread out there, and all these, bam!
Right.
They go up and ground. There used to be a hole on the left side there that was about 6 foot deep.
Right.
Because they actually dug. There's a pile of dirt on the other side.
Right. Yeah, I remember that.
Dug that out.
Because back there's the trail that we'd go to the Rupp's house. I remember.
And because that was straight down through, and then there was a bunch of forsythias here, and then there was actually an old dam.
Okay.
At the bottom, which is what kept it,
right.
and then it just the silt just
filled in.
But.
Yeah, another reason we knew a lot of the kids around here is John's mom had what was called a good news club. If you're familiar, a lot of churches have like vacation Bible school over the summer for a week. Good news club is something like that. There'd be 1 week in the summer where they'd have it all week at like a church, but they would also she would do like 1 day a week here at the house. I think something like, I forget how that goes. Is she would have all the local children come here and have like that good news club here. So a lot of, like I mentioned, the Rupps, the Wolves, a lot of those kids came. Me and John would help her out with that. I have some stories to tell about that. Because I was talking with Sam Wolf at the funeral, to his mom's funeral. I was telling some of the stories. Yeah, there's someone up there in an ATV about his younger brother, Johnny Wolf, some of the shenanigans that he did here. We were living those stories. I might have John tell you that story. But yeah. Yeah, John's loving it. this is his childhood here. He has good memories, but you know, with all childhoods, he has some memories that are not so good too. But that's life. So, all right. So I'm filming it. John is going to tell. I already told him about your mom's Good News Club.
Yeah.
But he's going to tell you a story about Johnny Wolf.
So Johnny Wolf was notoriously sort of did what he wanted.
Yeah.
So I guess it was a Good News Club or something like that. He just disappeared.
Yeah.
And we're like, we have no idea where he went.
He was like 5, 6 years old.
5 or 6 years old.
Well, maybe a little bit older, but he was not old.
Sam's like, I know where he is.
Oh no.
So up on the hill is where they live.
Yeah.
Johnny was up in a hemlock.
Yeah.
And wouldn't come down.
Up,
like 25 feet or so.
Yeah.
So Cliff and I went up the tree, and we just eventually got tired of it. And Cliff just grabbed him, handed him down to me, and I like did the arm carry, and then took him down the rest of the way. We were talking about that story at my mom's.
Yeah, I was mentioning that. Yeah.
It's like,
Sammy was there.
You remember that time?
Yeah.
That, you know, it was like, geez.
Because both of us have a slight fear. Well,
I have a real big fear because I fell through this roof and I fell off the other one.
Yeah, when we were doing that roof, John. I'll tell you about this roof later, but I told him about that one.
Cliff was on this one at the time doing the work over here, and I was taking the shingling. And back in like the 50s, 60s, they just throw shingles over top of shingles.
Yeah,
Notoriously, the wood will then, when it starts breathing, it starts bleeding.
Right.
It
was slippery then.
It was slippery. I slipped down the roof, jumped on the ladder, we got one rung too high. It went up like a seesaw. And I was like, oh, I'm not gonna say the word I said.
Yeah, but
1 minute I was there, the next I was gone.
I was up there. I hear John like, oh, what happened? Yeah.
So yeah. After that, I sort of didn't enjoy. I didn't enjoy heights ever, but after that, like no.
Yeah.
That was still flat-ish. They just did the whole roof now is at an angle.
Yeah.
It used to be flat. Cliff and I had done it like.
Yeah, it was like flat, and it was like a bi-level almost, or something like that.
So it was sort of odd.
It like went up and then up.
I had taken off all the roof because it had rotted out from the chimney, and I was just walking across the roof joist, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
Because I had good balance back then. I had all my toes and my feet, and my dad started freaking out about, oh, you can't do that. You got to have a piece of wood across there. So I said, well, grab it from this good pile. He grabbed it from the garbage pile.
Right.
I stepped on it. It snapped because there was a crack on the bottom. I went right down through. I caught myself somehow, but I nailed the base of my
But you went right through the roof.
I went right through the ceiling and was looking down through. When I came to again, he had Civil War muskets.
Right, with a bayonet
The Union one had a bayonet poking up right through where I would have went.
Yeah.
So I would have been impaled or had something else. I would have become Josephina.
Unfortunately, I wasn't there that day.
No, you weren't.
Your brother-in-law was there. Sean was there.
He was there. He wasn't there that day.
Oh, he wasn't?
No, I was here by myself.
Oh, I thought Sean was there.
He helped me. That was when I took the circular saw into my leg.
Oh, okay. All right, okay.
Yeah, which that was good. The whole thing, it had a safety thing, but it caught, and it went right into my jeans. So I have a big scar here.
Yeah.
That was a bad roofing job.
Yeah. I mean, the roof is different back then. We redid the whole roof that one time.
It was a lot easier because the other side you're a lot higher up.
Yeah.
But when it had those flat sections, it was very easy to do.
Right, it was easy to get up there.
And even the top section wasn't that bad, but they had a weird, obscure thing on the back. I don't know why they designed it that way, but like the water would sit on the back.
Right, it was.
That's what rotted.
It was like cardboard, and the wood was like. I remember.
So. But it was. I remember too. We were drinking nothing but green lemonade.
Oh
green,
yeah,
green
yeah.
And it's like, why am I peeing green?
Yeah.
I remember that. Like, oh my god, I got something wrong with me.
I remember.
But it was the hottest week of the year.
It was. I remember that. Yeah.
That 1 week in August.
Oh yeah, because I remember we spent a whole week up there. Yeah. Anyway.
It was brutal.
I cut John off too soon. I forgot about it.
Found a joint.
Yeah,
literally. On the opposite side of the roof.
Yeah.
Because everybody always talked about the guy that did the roof
before
was a pothead.
Right.
Well, we found the evidence.
Yeah. I was expecting. I pulled up on the shingles. And I was like, John, is this a? He's like, yep, that's what that is. So. Yeah. Well, so once again, so many stories, so many memories. Just even things he was bringing up there, I forgot about. Yeah, he was just talking about the games you play with the kids. We would play Star Wars with them. Just bringing that up again. That brings up Sammy Wolf again. We talked about that at the funeral too. I forget what we played. It was some game where, like I said, we played. It was, I don't know. We called it Star Wars, but there were two teams, and there was like a home base. You had to like rescue your teammates and stuff. So me and John were like hiding up here in the woods, trying to sneak in. And Sammy, who was young and easy for the enemy to capture, they had captured him. He was in the enemy base. We had to save him, but he was too little to understand that we were up here in the woods hiding and trying to sneak to the base. So there's biting flies. So he was down here in their prison, their base, like waving to us, hey guys, I'm down here. Of course, we knew that. We were trying to sneak in to help him, but he like revealed where we are to the enemy. It was just kind of different memories. Every time we see him, we pick on him about that. But he wasn't doing it on purpose. Like, he was too young to realize that that we were trying to come to him to save him. But anyway, just different memories.
We had the ping pong table, where the table, everybody come over and eat, with benches, and then the table was right here. And eventually when we did youth group, it's like I had 2 foosball tables that we had there as well. And there used to be a stove thing on top of that, a metal stove thing.
Yeah, it's actually a really beautiful old home. It's a shame. It's a shame that they had to sell it, but that's the way. Just different family issues and stuff.
We didn't have the money to fix it.
Yeah, he's talking about that now.
Brought it back to life, David.
Yeah, I was just talking about that too. Is how it's a shame that, you know.
I would have loved to have kept it, especially like now.
Yeah, but like I told him that's life, though. You know,
that's how it works.
I told him like there's, you know, that's how it is. You know, you have good memories here and some bad memories too, but it's a beautiful place.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I always loved coming here.
1929 was when it was built.
Yeah.
So it's coming up on 100 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, but it is a shame that, you know, they had to sell the place. Because, I mean, you know how I love these old log homes. I always say these things. I could totally live here. In a way, I kind of did. Like, I spent a lot of time up here at John's house. So it's just, that's life sometimes. So, but it was, yeah. It was in bad shape when they sold it too. There was just a lot going on at that time. Yeah, so some things are the same. Like this coming up this driveway looks exactly the same. This side view of the house looks the same. But like I said, this front part was all different. I think it was all white. Some kind of wood paneling, not that stone. And the roof was different too. That little shed was here, but that wasn't here. Of course, there's more houses up there. We used to go, oh, I forget their name. We would go, they have a swimming pool up there. I don't know if they still do. But it was, they didn't put chlorine in it. It was like green water. I remember the owners gave us permission to swim up there whenever we wanted to. I don't think they lived up here. I forget how that went. I might ask John, but we could go up there and swim whenever we wanted to. It was like green algae water, but it was fun. I remember that too. We might have some other stories to tell about Dennis. Dennis was an interesting fella. He got drunk a lot, and we had some interesting encounters with him up there and even down here. Some of the stories I probably can't tell on YouTube, but he was an interesting fella. Well, here's the wine berries John was looking at. We might have to eat those. Yeah, look at them. They are ripe. Yeah, John didn't eat these, so I'm gonna. Yeah, there were no wine berries back here then. I guess it's a four-wheeler up there. Yeah, just remembered up here was the old basketball hoop. You can still see the scars on the tree there, where what do you call that? The backboard?
Basketball hit.
The backboard, is that what it's called?
Yeah. You got one from. I don't know if you guys remember. Back in the day, you had green stamps.
Green stamps?
You get them like from Wide.
Oh yeah,
like
those green
stamps. That's how we got the basketball.
Oh really?
Because my mom was a star basketball player in Millersburg.
Oh, I remember she would always tell basketball stories.
And
Yeah.
always telling she beat us till we were like 16. It was nuts.
Yeah.
Like she was.
No joke. She was
really good. But that was where the basketball hoop used to be.
I didn't know you bought it with those, but
yeah, that's what we got it with. We got it through green stamps.
All right. Okay, I gotta get a picture of me and John up on the side before it gets too dark. So let's just do that now.
Yeah, and then get an update.
Oh yeah. Well, after we get the picture, I'll let John give you an update on how he's doing. Because I know some of you asked, but I'll let you hear it from him. What, you have a month to live?
Yeah.
No, just kidding. Just kidding.
And I only have 2 toes now.
Yeah, just kidding. It's not that dire.
No, I'm doing well. Go ahead.
So I'll let John give you a little bit of an update on how he's doing. I know some of you ask. Yeah, he does have his own channel, the Hometown Story. He gives updates all the time. I know some of you keep asking. I know we don't always film together as much, but
yeah, he
has some challenges.
My health had gone really downhill last year. I ultimately had to go get another surgery to get another bone taken out.
Piece of his body removed.
Piece of my body removed. They use it as a necklace and a talisman against me. But so I had that done. I think it was end of November. Somewhere in there, I had 2 weeks. I was in the hospital 4 times within a month and a half. So when I had the surgery, I was in there for 2 weeks. That's sort of the last bone I can lose in this left foot. before I lose below the knee. Thankfully, though,
You did like a skin graft surgery, didn't you?
well, they did skin graft. It's not actually skin. They do it's called Theraskin.
Right.
That worked to a degree.
And then you have to bury the what do you call it?
The bariatric.
Yeah, the bariatric chamber.
So with that month and a half, they got enough medical information because I kept on telling them I don't think the infection's ever been out of my system because I kept on going septic. I almost died like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
and they decided then they saw he needs to go in a bariatric chamber, which is basically pure oxygen for 2 hours. It gets your cells healing.
Yeah, increased healing.
So
more oxygen,
it wears you out. And I did that for 3 months. Well, they thought it would take about 6 to 8 months for my system to reboot. It rebooted within a month. So I'm working full time. I'm doing the channel. It's just with everything with my mom passing. The last month was brutal.
Right.
So physically, a lot of stuff Cliff does, I can't do anymore. I can maybe hike 3 miles depending on the circumstances. I can't do the stuff like you've talked about a couple times, like some of the hikes they do.
Right.
They're hikes.
Because we had that one YouTuber meetup just recently.
with
My
Lewis
head's cut off there,
and all those guys.
But we did like it was a hike, and John can't.
I can't do that.
I mean, he could have come to the meetup, but it's like an hour and a half drive there
and then they do their hike, which is the purpose of it. It's like that. So we're figuring things out, but it's just I'm finally at the health level again where I can start actually doing normal stuff.
And if he does too much,
I can hurt myself.
then he just goes back to where he was, and
so
I don't want that. So
I have to realize my limitations. Right. So that's more so. It's what we're both able to do. We were able to get together, and we'll be filming again together. Yeah. It's like we got a bunch of different things that we got planned. It's just a matter of getting everything schedule-wise.
Yeah, he has a completely different schedule than I do.
So it is sort of what it is. So that's why it is. It's nothing bad or anything. It just is what's happening.
I mean, I still don't really like him. But
well, feeling's mutual. But when he says stuff like that, it hurts me, and then I got to live with that all night and cry. Like, eh. But so that's where we're at. Thankfully, my foot is holding up.
Yeah, it is.
So I'm in pain. It's not fun, but I'm able to handle a lot of stuff. So it is getting, like he said, I'd run the channel, and we've done a bunch of co-ops in the past. That will happen again, but it's just a matter of figuring out what we can do and schedule-wise making it work. So it's just, it is what it is.
Even today, we're talking about some things we could maybe do, but it's,
We were talking about one of the things, like, I don't know if it would happen this year or not, but we did the Blue-Eyed Six.
The Molly McGuire.
The whatever you call
Molly McGuire's.
Yeah, we're talking about doing the Molly McGuire's, which is up in Jim Thorpe, Carbon County, and Pottsville, the Schuylkill County Prison. We know where all the graves are, so it'd be a very similar type thing. It's a more intriguing story just because how much they got.
And it doesn't involve like a lot of hiking, which
so it's all right there.
Like driving stuff.
So
if you watch his channel, he still does plenty of videos, but it's stuff that he can get.
It's stuff that basically I can access right there. I do a lot of shorts because you get out of your car, boom, and you're done. So we're getting there, but it's just it's been a long process.
Yep. So there you go. He is still alive.
I'm still alive.
We
only have a month.
We're
going to try to get all these films in the next month.
We're still kind of friends. So.
Kind of.
But I know a lot of you keep asking about John. He is alive.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how things are right now.
And I try to give updates every now. I'm not giving as many updates because I haven't had the worst stuff happening. It's been getting slowly better. So I've actually been getting out filming.
No news is good news.
Yeah. And in this case, So it was the last doctor report. We were worried about my foot potentially turning, but it isn't. Yeah. So they said at best or at worst, maybe 5 years from now, I'd have to get just because there's nothing left.
Right.
But as long as I'm careful, I may keep the leg for the rest of my life until Cliff kills me or sacrifices me, which he's thought about. He said I look like I caramelize well because there's a good fat to meat ratio.
We were just sitting here talking again. We were talking about Amanda, the girl I had a crush on, how her dad owns this. Yeah, we're talking about how the roof is different back then. You can kind of see it. See how that's a darker color? The roof used to come more flat and then go up like that, like a pitch, come back down, and a lower pitch. You can see it. They kind of get close. They kind of fill that in with other logs and to make it match, but still you can still see the difference. So yeah, the roof is pitched. So that's what John was talking about. It used to be really flat.
Where you see these logs coming out, that's roughly where the roof.
Yeah, right up to there.
It was probably a 5% incline, maybe.
So it was easy to walk along. There's flat.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you can see it. Wow.
You can see where the old electrical box
I was wondering about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the one that used to have fuses.
Oh yeah, like the little
it was
lights.
Terrifying. Like the wiring in this place was ancient.
Yeah.
probably not safe. And in a log cabin, probably best not to have bad wiring.
Right, sure.
Wood burns.
Yeah. All right, so it's starting to get dark, but I think that'll be it for this video. There's John again. So it was really cool to come out here tonight. I know, like we had talked well, a little bit after his mom's funeral, we had talked about coming up here. So yeah, like I mean, it was sad his mom passed away, but it was kind of cool. There was a lot of people there from our past that we remember seeing, and they just kind of brought back a lot of memories of people. So anyway, that'll be it, folks. Thanks for coming along. John is still alive for now. For now. So you'll probably see him in the future yet, as we can make things manage. So thanks for coming along, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one.